In 2013, a small African nation struck a multi-billion-dollar deal with one of the world's most respected banks. This deal promised to modernize its fishing industry and secure its economic future. But what happened next wasn't just corruption. It was a financial catastrophe that would echo for over a decade. This is the story of Mozambique's tuna bonds scandal. A tale of secret loans, massive fraud, and devastating consequences. Between 2013 and 2014, the Republic of Mozambique borrowed over $2 billion. The loans were arranged by Credit Suisse and the Russian bank VTB. Officially, the money was for a grand project, building a state-of-the-art tuna fishing fleet, complete with shipyards and coastal security. It was meant to be a game-changer for the country's economy, but the fishing fleet was just a cover story. In reality, a huge portion of that money vanished into thin air. It never went where it was supposed to go. Investigations later peeled back the layers of a sophisticated, coordinated fraud. It turned out that hundreds of millions of dollars were siphoned off as bribes and kickbacks. The money flowed into the pockets of Mozambican government officials, various middlemen, and even the bankers who arranged the deal. Take Andrew Pearce, a former senior banker at Credit Suisse. He admitted to taking millions in bribes as part of the scheme. Other employees like Surjan Singh and Dedalina Sobova were also implicated, leading regulators to ban them from the financial industry for their roles in the corruption. For years, this massive debt was kept secret. But in 2016, the truth finally came out. Mozambique was forced to admit it had hidden debt exceeding $1.4 billion. To put that in perspective, that was almost 12% of the nation's entire GDP. The fallout was immediate and catastrophic. The International Monetary Fund and other global donors, feeling betrayed, pulled their financial support. Mozambique's currency crashed. Inflation skyrocketed, making everyday goods unaffordable. The government was forced to make severe cuts to public services like healthcare and education. The human cost was immense. An estimated 2 million Mozambicans were pushed into poverty as the economy collapsed. The legal repercussions began to unfold across the globe. In 2021, Credit Suisse, a pillar of the global banking system, pleaded guilty in the U.S. to conspiracy to commit wire fraud. The bank admitted it had misled investors about how the loan money would be used and had failed to disclose the massive kickbacks and corruption risk. As a result, Credit Suisse agreed to pay nearly $547 million in fines and restitution to authorities in the U.S. and the U.K. One of the central figures in the scandal was Manuel Chang, Mozambique's former finance minister. He was the one who signed off on the secret loans. The U.S. court found him guilty of wire fraud and money laundering for his role in diverting funds for bribes. He was sentenced to 8.5 years in prison and ordered to repay millions. But the real cost of his actions, the suffering of his own people, can be measured in dollars or prison time. And the scandal didn't end there. In a stunning move in 2025, Swiss federal prosecutors filed money laundering charges against Credit Suisse and its new owner, UBS. The charges alleged that the bank failed to prevent and report suspicious transactions linked to the very same scandal. UBS, which had absorbed Credit Suisse in a government-brokered rescue deal in 2023, strongly denies the allegations. But the case highlights deep systemic failures within one of Europe's most iconic financial institutions. The tuna bonds scandal exposed a harsh reality. It showed that even major, reputable banks can enable staggering levels of corruption. It proved how hidden debt can completely devastate a nation's economy. And ultimately, it revealed who pays the price for this kind of high-level fraud. Global investors and, most tragically, the everyday citizens of a country left to pick up the pieces. What started as a hopeful project for a few fishing boats spiraled into one of the largest financial scandals of the 21st century. It has forced a reckoning in global banking, reshaped risk policies, and serves as a painful reminder of the human cost of financial crime. Thanks for watching. If you found this story insightful, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the events that shape our world.